Oh my god. We're going to be figuring out how the hell to get this dash out to start with, because we're going to do a dash flock. This whole section is just junked from, I don't know what they were trying to achieve when the previous person did this. Look at all of that. That's so bad. Who did this and thought, yes, it looks... But they've also done it in black. Like, they've sprayed it black, and it's black underneath it anyway. I've been trying to track down like a crash pad still, but nothing. So I think my best bet's gonna have to be like some MDF or something, and just glue and sand and just make a new top piece for there. I think I know what it is though. I think it's the Speedo cable. That's just, I don't know how to get to it though. Like, what magical words do I need to say to be able to undo it? Alright, I'm pretty sure it's the Speedo cable, so we're going to undo one of the little brackets. It'll hopefully give us a little bit more play with it. Right there. I don't know how well that camera's gonna pick it up. Okay, hopefully that'll allow us a little more freedom with that. Oh, there we go. We've fed it through a bit more. So hopefully at least get us to undo it from the back of this thing. God damn it, why is it so difficult? What the why is there tape on there? Ah, there we go. Alright, well, it's not perfectly flat, but all the bubbles are gone. And it's actually looking a lot better than it was before, even if it is all patchy and yellow, just because of the lack of the bubbles. So I think that's going to be pretty good. We'll be leaving it at that. So the next thing is wipe it down, get some glue on it, and then we'll start putting the flock onto it. Alright, so to get rid of all that yellowing, because that will come through on the flock, we're just going to give it a quick hit of just some black onto it. It's just going to be a gloss black, because I did a test piece. I did 2 test pieces actually. This one was it's just in that core flute stuff. That's without the spray paint, and that's with the paint underneath it, and the stuff's actually stuck pretty well. This is just with PVA glue, so I think that's just all I'm going to be using. It's just a white PVA glue, and it gives plenty of time to kind of like make sure we get the whole thing covered, but you can still kind of see a bit of the white underneath there, whereas if you hit it with the black, let that dry, then do the PVA glue, it doesn't come out. You pretty much can't really see anything under it, so I think that's the way we're going to go. Alright, there we go. Not looking for full coverage, just looking to put a first base down, let it dry, do a second base. Probably going to use a paintbrush because it's going to be very hard with a roller to get into there with the glue. It's not going to be pretty. I know it's going to be far from perfect because you can even see it's still not 100% flat, but it's better than what was in there before. Okay, well it's looking pretty good. At the same time, it's a little bit rough here and there. But yeah, it's not meant to be like a showroom thing or any race car thing. It's just better than what was in there before. Alright, this is where we really got to work quick. Well, it's not as bad as I was expecting it to. I thought all the little holes and all the bumps and cracks and stuff were gonna show up a lot more, but you pretty much can't see them. But about the only thing is, I don't know if the camera's picking it up, there's still like a few glossy bits underneath it where there just, I guess, wasn't enough glue. But I'm really not all that fussed about that. But that looks easy 10 times better than what it was. There's a dead bug on there. We're gonna try not to ruin it and get that off. So I completely forgot that these things were also trashed. But I think we're gonna have to leave them for now. That's gonna be something I might do at some other point, because I want to get some different gauges. So I want to get a different water temp gauge, what else was I gonna do? I think oil pressure and something else. I wonder if I can get away with not needing to put that on. Is that a thing? Yeah, it kind of looks a little bit odd, but then again, it gives me a chance to get that stuff fixed up. And I gotta pull this thing off again at some point anyway to go and fix up a whole bunch of electricals back there. So it's not like I'd be having to pull it off just to put that stuff back on anyway. So I think we'll just leave it like that. Now, the trick of getting everything to line back up again. We're pretty good. And dying right now. It's ridiculous. Okay, well, it's that hot that the camera literally overheated sitting up on the dash there while I was trying to get this done. So I don't know where it recorded up to, but I've had to get some screws, hopefully get this in. Steering wheel. I got a new wheel. It was going to be a separate video, but then I decided there's not really any point doing a separate video. We got a wood grain wheel. This thing looks sick, but we got a hub kit or a boss kit, whatever you want to call it. It still doesn't fit this car. It says Lance's pre-80s. Still didn't work. We had to grind out a little bit of that there for it to even slip on enough to touch our little horn trigger. But that is our new wheel, and I love it. There we go. Alright, so gauges are all moving, they're all going up. Our oil pressure's going up. Our fuel gauge is going up much further past where it is actually full though. I'm pretty sure I'm only on about half a tank, but there we go. How good's that? Our little rev gauge isn't working. Fuel gauge is sky high, and apparently the engine is overheating. Look how high that is. And our fuel gauge, I don't know where that's going. Got no revs either. But it looks good. It looks better than what it did before. That's the important thing. As everything else, I'll just fix up whenever in a different video, because the point of this video is to do the dash vlog. I'm covered in this stuff. That's looking heaps better. I think that's it. Everything is connected. Everything is not working the way it's supposed to, so that was expected. But we're done. We're good. Now I need to go look at some wiring diagrams.